Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's Austin Hooper's Falcons going up against Graham's Seahawks. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And welcome again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Larry, he took a moment to highlight the tight ends that we're going to see in this one. I know in our production meeting we were talking about what we wanted to highlight pregame, and you said tight ends. Why did you say that?
Because it can be such a matchup issue for defenses nowadays, because these tight ends, they're oversized guys, but they can run as well. So who are you going to cover them with? If you use a traditional linebacker, they're usually going to run past those guys. If you're going to use a smaller corner, maybe they'll be too big. Can a safety match up and run with them and also use enough bulk to keep them from just having their way? So many ways that tight ends are used nowadays, they're fun to watch.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 10th season now is Matt Ryan.
Been fortunate enough to watch Matt Ryan play ever since he entered the NFL and even dating back to college, and always had the reputation as a gym rat, a guy who would study film morning, noon, and night. But I saw his athleticism get expanded in 2016, able to use his legs to pick up first downs, to keep plays alive, and increase the opportunities to move the ball downfield. He did that quite well.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the line of scrimmage. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
You want balance on offense? How about balance and sizzle? The Atlanta Falcons had everything in 2016. The ability to strike out wide with Julio Jones, to run the ball with Devontae Freeman. Matt Ryan was the MVP at quarterback, and they were the #1 scoring offense in the league.
On second down, Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Some players may change, some coaches may change, but head coach Pete Carroll is still there, which means that Seattle's defense is always going to be a threat to be the top-ranked defense in the NFL. They ranked #5 in 2016, and they continue to do it with a tremendous secondary and great pass rushers up front, able to utilize their skills to create matchup problems for offenses.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
One of the more cerebral quarterbacks in the NFL, analyzes situations, watches a ton of tape, adapts his game to whatever is presented in front of him. And despite the fact he's been in the league for 6 years, the future still bright for Russell Wilson.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets them there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit them with a hard count, got them to jump.
From the shotgun, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
K.J. Wright just keeps getting better at outside linebacker. Long, lengthy guy, can rush the passer, can drop into coverage, has great agility to stay on his feet and make tackles, too.
And still has years ahead of him. Turned 27 in July, native of Olive Branch, Mississippi. On second down, here's Ryan. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are in for 6. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. Both the Seahawks and the Falcons are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Now, 1st and 10, Baldwin's by himself here, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. For the second half kickoff, let's get you back up to Seattle and Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they've played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. On 1st down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Second down, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. In the slot on the right is Graham. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time a 6-play drive, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Third down, here's Rawls. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. first down. This is Rawls. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So it'll be first down here after the run. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson. And fights him off. Powers through. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Walsh now for the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.